Captain on the bridge.
Alright, captains, we are back on the bridge, and for tonight, we are going to be on the Gagarin. Yes. As you captains know, last week, these ships, or this ship, plus the Sutherland, Reliant, Ross, were canonized. So we thought it would be fun to actually go back to the Gagarin, do a build on her, and fly her, see how she does. Now, I did fly this already before, but I'll be honest, I got it only for the trait. And this is a trait that you hear a lot of other captains put on the ships. I obviously do it a lot as well, but we will go over that when we go over the build. So I thought it'd just be a great idea to just use a ship for tonight, do a build. And this is for Thomas. And for all the work that you've done, sir, thank you very much. I do agree that it was one of the biggest news for Stowe ever. Again, congratulations on all your hard work paying off. And seeing this in an actual scene of Star Trek Picard was insane. It was absolutely insane. So what we're going to do, captains, we're going to go over the build, weapons, space set, consoles, traits, stations, DOFs, take an ELITE ARGALA, and see how he does. Now, how I built this out is sort of reminiscent to how I built out ships when I first started playing. And we'll explain that as we go along. But here we go. So, the USS Gagarin, the Gagarin Miracle Worker Battlecruiser. And for weapons, we have 2 Agony Phaser Dual Beam Banks. And then 3 Agony Phaser Beam Arrays. All roll to crit DM damage 4. Usually you see torpedoes on this, but we will go over that when we get to the consoles. And these Agony weapons I just got from the exchange. Deflector, we got our Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector from our fleet colony. Our Prevailing Innovated Impulse Engines from your competition rep. We got the Elite Fleet Plasma Integrated Warp Core, which is from your Fleet Spire. And then we have the Tilly's Review Pending Modified Shield, which is from your Discovery rep. Aft weapons is what we have. Agony Phaser Beam again. The Trilithium Enhanced Omnidirectional Phaser Beam. This is from the Nexus mission reward that you can pick. And the Prolonged Engagement Photon Torpedo, which is from the Phoenix Prize Pack Very Rare tier. Easily you can get. I actually got this already on my PS4 account. Easy get. And I believe I found the Photon Launchers, which is right there. So that's why we're putting Photon Launchers. And for devices, we have our Red Matter Capacitor, Temporal Negotiator to help us with our cooldowns, and our Energy Candy for the plus 20% bonus energy damage for 20 seconds. Consoles, we got our Lorca's Custom Fire Controls from your Discovery rep, the Bio Neural Infusion Circuits from the Low-Buy store, Dynamic Power Redistributor Module, which you can get from your Prototype Dreadnought, TOS Atlas ship from the lockbox, but you can get also for your reward for the event campaign, captains, if you do it. For all its clicky goodness, of course, for the 11.3 all damage resistance rating, plus 90% directed energy damage. And all its clicky bonuses, as you can see when you click it, for 20 seconds, you get 40% plus bonus damage, while your hull is above 80%. Of course, plus 100 bonus damage resistance rating and 500% hull regen. Nothing but clicky goodness. Point defense bombardment warhead from your NX ships, either the legendary or the one from the low-buy store, plus 25% projectile damage, 1% critical chance. That's cute, but we pair this up with the DPRM, and the 2-piece gives us plus 33% phaser damage. So nothing to sneeze at. We're going with Domino. This console is from your Bajoranian Interceptor, which is the epic tier in the Phoenix prize pack, or its plus. Yeah, we're leaving that in there. Plus 15% phaser damage. My Filipino turrets came out, so we're gonna leave that there. For all its goodness here, so 25% fire cycle haste for energy weapons, plus 25% bonus all damage, 25% recharge speed for bridge officers, plus 100% recharge speed for torpedo weapons. Of course, you defeat a foe within the time that this console is active, it's going to extend the console for 2 seconds. Then we're going to use this baby brother, the M6 computer. This comes from the Tier 3 Temporal Escort. Kind of the same bonuses, but just kind of cuter, like I said. Plus 15% bonus all damage for 15 seconds, plus 25% cooldown reduction on tactical bridge officer abilities. But it gives also the 20% fire cycle haste for all weapons. And then plus 30 for AC and defense. We're still going to be using the emulating phaser lance because it's just too good not to use, and we can always use our head cannon and say, hey, it's a beam overload. Plus 15.8 phaser damage and the 43.8 Starship Shield pen. And this is from your Deimos pilot story, which again you can actually get from your event campaign. Highly, highly recommended. The opening salvo, this is where our torpedoes come in for the 4. So this comes from the Tier 6 Titan, of course, for taking out the shields, and it looks good. Just saying. And we're also going to be adding another layer of at least visually looking quantum torpedoes. But we can also just say it's tricobalt torpedoes for its 19% torpedo damage, 47.5 shield pen. This comes from your Tier 6 Appalachia blockade runner, the Tier 6 Steam Runner. Visually, it looks good, and it sounds so good. It sounds very satisfying when you fire this thing. And then for the rest of the tactical consoles, we just filled it out with the vulnerability locators. 2 of them for the plus 39.4 phaser damage and plus 2% crit chance. Now, stat-wise, this gives us 38.9% crit chance and 191.2 crit severity. Captains, keep in mind, like always, I do have my Pendever rank up to 600. So we have all of that helping us here in space. Traits, oh no, skills, we have, oh, we have to switch this over actually. Second, there you go.
Bet your sweet Bippy I did.
Wow, the Bippy actually got in there. Well, we're gonna keep that in there. So that was just a sound. That is awesome. So that is a command from the stream. We are actually doing this live on stream. So intelligence officer for primary and temporal operative secondary. So there is that. That is some good stuff there. For our specialization for traits, we have our A Good Day to Die, Fragment of AI Tech, Self-Modulating Fire, Parabeam Training, Beam Barrage, Inspirational Leader, Unconventional Systems, Terran Targeting Systems, Intelligent Agent Attaché, and the Boimler Effect. Starship traits, we have Entwined Tactile Matrices, Carrier Wave Shield Hacking, take out the shields with our Fracture Beam, Universal Designs, Emergency Weapon Cycle, and Preferential Targeting, which is going to help our beam overload. We're going to just close that right now. Put this over here for a bit. I said close it. There you go. Stations. Oh, wait, no. For our traits. Still, we have, okay, Space Rep. We have our Precision, Advanced Targeting Systems, Magnified Firepower, Enhanced Shield Pen for more Shield Pen goodness, and Tyler's Duality. Then Active Space Reputation, Anti-Time Entanglement Singularity, Biomolecular Shield Generator, Force Challenge, Quantum Singularity, and refractory Tetron Cascade. Stations left to right, top to bottom. We have emergency power to engines, structural integrity collapse, emergency power to weapons 3. So here I'm going to take a little bit of time here to explain. So when I first started playing here, Star Trek Online, I always loved sort of using all the firing modes. So what I went to do was sort of go harken back to that time. I'm going to switch between FA and beam overload, but then I'm still going to put scatter volley and FA there to help me with my back-to-back torp spreads, but also scatter volley is going to help boost the damage of beam overload when I hit and scatter volley. And of course I have a high yield torpedo. So that's kind of what I did here. This is how I used to kind of play before with the tactical powers. This is way before, like back in 2014. So we went with high yield 1, scatter volley, beam overload 3, beam of sight, beam fire at will 2. And then in the Miracle Worker slot here, we actually use Stabilized Warp Core. I love the visual of this. It almost is like a beefed up version of the new animation of ships blowing up. And plus there's like kinetic damage, so it's just bonus. Emit Unstable Warp Bubble, Narrow Sensor Bands 3, Mixed Armament Synergy 3. Of course, that's going to help when we hit that and then hit Cannon Scatter Volley, which will increase damage for our other weapon types. And there's a Tractor Beam to help take the shields down when we use Tractor Beam paired with the Carrier Shield Wave Hack. And of course, we still have opening salvo, so we're going to try to keep the shields down so we can get our damage in like that. So for our dopes, we'll go over our dopes. Neil Falconer for the ground increased damage, but he also helps us in space against the Berg. Elder Milligaton, space increased damage versus all. And our active space here is Emergency Con, recharges evasive maneuvers when emergency powered engines is activated for some zoom. Now we have 3 energy weapons officer doffs. 2 of them will give us a crit severity and crit chance stack when we fire our energy weapons, or a chance to at least. And one of them will give us a chance for beam overload to cause all attacks to gain 30% shield pen. Delrine, space increased damage versus the Berg. And then a projectile weapons officer to, again, stack our crit severity when we fire that projectile in the aft. So there's the build. Again, I will say one more time, huge congrats to Thomas for getting these ships canonized. You can see all the work that he had put in is paying off. So again, huge shout out to him. I'm going to shout out my captains here. We have Oslin. It's a whole fleet of Gagarins. I love it. It's like end of season Picard 1 all over again. Minus the other 20 million ships they use there. Anthony Taylor. We have Sumaki and Sheely. Looks like Sheely's helm officer is drunk. But as captains, we're going to take this to ELITE ARGALA and see how it does. And yes, Picard and Riker are on the ship. I'm just saying. Okay? Okay. So here we go.
Ensign, take us out of here. Maximum.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
Can't go wrong with that. Cannot go wrong with all the feels. Okay, let's see how this does.
Tactical alert.
Oof.
Vessel approaching, bearing 184, Mark 7.
All hands. Battle stations.
Here we go.
Weapons hot, deflectors to full.
Ooh. Yes. Oof, that explosion was massive. Hey, we're gonna hit Fa here too. Just cuz. Get the photons in there. Woo! Alright, we're gonna save our major buffs for the second group here. We're gonna... There you go. Wait for to be deputized. There you are.
Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out behind.
Aiming with phaser lance there, take the shields down. There's a huge explosion there.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them.
So good.
Not go quietly.
Leave that there. How did my opening salvo get onto there? Still doing good. Supposed to be there. Move around a little bit, fly like a headless chicken. Take that out.
You will stand down and surrender to the message guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations.
Take these out. Ooh, looks good. I like how it looks as it pews. I would like to see this in action though in Picard, and I hope we get to see that. Ooh, there's the torp launchers. Love it. Take your shields down. No shields for you. There you go.
We do what we want, where we
You will do nothing of the sort, sir. You will do nothing of the sorts. Use fire at will here to get everyone in our firing arcs. Some energy candy. Oh, beam overloads here now. Oof.
picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now.
No shields for you. See, there's that explosion from that destabilized warp core power. I love it. Looks so good. Oof.
I'm taking you with
Last
me.
group already. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna buff up as best as we can here. 10 seconds to our DPRM. Attack fleet going here though. Do this. Take the shields down. Fly around like headless chicken. Take you out. High shields. Okay, fire our to these last 3 remaining ships.
Excellent work.
Gotta love finishing off a ship with beam overload.
Take the suspect
Woohoo.
into custody.
All right, let's.
Thank you for your
1 sec, sir. 1 sec, sir. So let's go over here for our shelfie. Captains, if you don't know what that is our ship selfies. And we'll give our closing remarks here on this awesome, awesome ship that has been canonized. So there it is, Captains. It did well. I am so happy, really, just overall, that this ship is now officially canon, along with the other ships mentioned. Again, I cannot shout out Thomas enough because of all hard work. It paid off. And this could be just huge for Star Trek / Star Trek Online in the future as we go on. You know, I always said that with all the Star Trek going on, it's going to leak into STO. Never did I think in a million years that STO would leak into Star Trek. So I'm just super all happy and looking forward to what comes next in the next year, 2, 3 years. STO got a awesome boost to its life, and for a game that is 12 years old, it is still bringing so much joy to myself and other captains. And hopefully we also get to meet new captains who decide to try Star Trek Online because of seeing these ships on screen. So again, I'm fanboying a little bit here, but that's because I love all the stuff that's just happened here in the last week. So captains, we're going to leave it there on this note.
Don't let them promote you. Don't let them transfer you. Don't let them do anything that takes you off the bridge of that ship, because while you're there, you can make a difference.